Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're doing it live on stream. I'm going to be going through how to warm up as an AR player, and then the next video we're going to be going how to warm up as an SMG. We're going to go through drills, everything you need to go through. We're going to start off with how to actually set it up. So we're going to go across. What you want to do is jump into a private game and go across to the bottom left here, and you want to go to game setup. Just let it load for a second. Once you go to game setup, I like to go to free for all. Now the next thing is your map. Now if you watch any pro, like say you watch Dashi or someone, who'll do on a map that's a bit more open, like Rewind, right, like an AR map. But what I would recommend is actually experimenting with different maps. Maybe start with your weakest map. The reason why is because you can actually find spots, find routes, and just overall get better at that map. Someone like Shotzi, if you ever watch him warm up or hear him talk about it, that's what he does. He kind of goes to different maps and try stuff. Okay, so for now I'm going to go to a map that I'm like, right, what am I running with? Well, I'm using an AR. Okay, you know what, I want to use a map like, for example, Dashi would go on like Babylon, right? For me, it's nothing wrong with that, but I like to go on a map like Rewind that I'm going to actually be playing rank play and stuff like that. So for now, you say, you know what, let's go on a map that, what should we play on a map? Or you know what, we can go to, Hassan is a little bit big to warm up on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just a bit too big. For now, we'll go with Rewind. I know they just took it out the rotation, but I like warming up on this map. I just feel like there's a good range of gunfights with short and close range, okay? Depending on your time, you can put it on what you want. I'm going to put it on 30 minutes. Going to go to what? 250, 300. Then the next one is go to your team and put that on directional. Okay, constant is what we used to use, however it's now bugged, so you want to put that on directional. Okay, so directional, go across, go towards the players now, add as many bots as you want. Now people say, what difficulty should I do, recruit or veteran? For me, put them on recruit. We're not trying to go up against good players right now, we're just trying to get into flow and work on our shot. Okay, so there you go, just like that, start the game. Okay, and here we are. Now we're in the playground. Now this is where you work on your shot. If you want to shoot like Dashi, you want to be better, this is where the work needs to go in. The amount of times I coach people and they don't ever warm up in bot lobbies, this is where the work is going to start. Okay, let's start off with the first thing. Now the first thing I would do is, let's say I actually came on, I wasn't streaming right now, the first thing I want to do is simply get warm. Okay, just like in any sport, when you watch a sport, you just want to get warm. So the first couple of shots, first couple of kills, I'm just going to have a shot, you know, slide around, move around a little bit, just start to get warm a little bit. And you'll notice that these kills are very easy. Now why is that important? It's because we're not worrying about anything right now. If I went into rank play right now and I get like a dead slide, or I'm not really comfortable, my hands are cold, I'm going to be moving all over the place, and my first few games I'm not going to get the most out of it. But you're seeing it right now. If I actually warm up efficiently, like right now, you can see I'm starting to get in a bit of a rhythm. I'm starting to shoot, I'm saying, okay, I'm getting a bit of a rhythm now. Even if you guys have an hour to play, I want you to spend the first 5 minutes shooting bots. The more time you spend in the bots, the more like effective your practice in game is going to be. Okay, so everything I do now, you can stretch it out, but we're going to go through like a minute or two of each drill, and you guys can practice it for longer. So right now I start off, let's say I go in my head, okay, I'm going to go to 20 kills. I'm going to just play the first 20 kills by doing what I want. Okay, the reason why is I'm just getting warm, getting used to my shot. So now I've done that, step one. Like I said, you guys can do it for longer because we're live on stream. I'm not going to spend too long, but I will normally go for about 20 to 25 kills just to get my first few shots there. And now I'm going to start training specific drills. So because I'm using an AR, I'm like, you know what, I want to work on just my accuracy. So my job now is to not miss a bullet. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is the bottom right where it shows the bullets, we're going to simply count those. So right there, I was on 19 bullets, I'm now on 11. What that means is that took me 8 bullets to kill that player. That's not good. In terms of accuracy, I could have been a lot more accurate. Right now I'm on 15. Okay, so that took me 5 shots. Now in that range, it probably should take me 4 with the head. Right there, took me 4. So it's about kind of working on my accuracy right now. Right now, I'm just trying to get my accuracy up and trying to hit as many shots as possible. So right there, I shoot and I stop. I want you to notice the little patterns, and those are the patterns you're going to start to recognize, okay? So as an AR, this is the first drill I'm going to do. Just as a side note, because I'm not playing 8s right now, you know, what I could do is put an assault pack on. It just makes it a little bit easier because then I basically have unlimited ammo. There's also a setting where you can have more ammo, so you can change that as well. So right now I'm on 20 bullets, so I'm going to go around. I want to be on 16 after this kill. Okay, so I'm on 15, so I wasted like 1 bullet, but that's not too bad. Go through. So it's just about efficiency, finding efficient routes. So right there, I missed quite a lot. I'm on 8. So it's just about finding that rhythm. Finding that rhythm is exactly what I want to do. Okay, so we go through. So right now I'm on 30. Okay, shoot 1, shoot the second. So now in 8 bullets, I got 2 kills. So for me, that's good. So hopefully you guys get the gist of that, of what I'm trying to do now. It's just about making sure I'm officially hitting shots, okay? The next thing is like, you know what? I want to work on my long range than they are. So I'm going to sit at the back of the map and just let people come in front of me and work on power spots. So let's say I'm playing Rewind and this is a spot I can anchor P3 on. I'm going to sit here. I'm just going to sit here, let people push me and just see if I can get those kills long range. So right now I'm going to wait, kind of see what I can do. There's no one around here, so I can maybe push up a little bit and literally just play surroundings, play scenarios. And what you'll find, again, I know Rewind's out of the situation, but that's fine. What you want to do is just kind of look around and find spots. And then what I'm doing now is I'm noticing different line of sights. I'm saying, okay, if somebody's coming through the left, instead of standing there, maybe I can slide back here and find a deeper angle. You just start to find more things and more like line of sights and stuff like that. I was coaching a team, I think Bojangles is here. I'll say like a few weeks ago, we went through this spot right here, and I think somebody said they weren't aware of it. And obviously that's not the end of the world, but it's just about finding these spots through a private game. So right now, let me give you a perfect spot. Imagine I didn't know about this area here, okay? Let's get this kill real quick. I can't even find the spot, bro. The spot is literally underneath me. That was not good to go through, but let's go back there. So it's just about finding spots. So let's say right now, for example, I'm like, okay, if I want to kill that bot that's over there, maybe I can stand here and say, oh, okay, this line of sight's good. You're just finding more ways to go through and basically improve your game. So that's step number 2. And now it's just about applying different drills. So I'm saying, you know what? I have to get a kill while sliding sideways. So every kill I get has to be sliding sideways. So I get 1. Okay, so I slide sideways, get 2. And what you're doing now is you're working on your centering while sliding sideways, you see? So it's just about implementing different drills. Right now I go through, slide sideways, get a kill. Slide sideways, get a kill. And you're just now getting used to the mechanic. Now I'm going to say, so let's say I did that for 30 kills. Now I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to drop shot. So every kill I get, I'm going to drop shot. Now, why am I doing this? What is the need? Do I have to drop shot on every kill in the game? Absolutely not. You're just getting used to telling your brain, when I give you this command, I want you to implement it as quick as possible. Then the next skill is finding out what mechanic to do when. So right now I'm going to drop shot. Every single time I find a kill, I'm going to drop shot up to 50 kills, okay? And then you're going to find out what situation is the best to drop shot, how to drop shot effectively and stuff like that. So there's one, I'm going to go through. So even though that's a far gunfight, I go for the drop shot. And then in the game, I can say, you know what, that's not one I probably need to go for because it's not the most effective mechanic in that scenario. But it's just about really getting into rhythm. So we're going to go through, I'm saying I'm going to drop shot. I'm going to drop shot up to what? Let's say 50. So I drop shot again. And now I know if I need to drop shot, I'm very comfortable with that mechanic. So if this scenario was like this, I could drop shot. I have that muscle memory. Just this drop shot alone in the last 1 minute, I've done, say, 10 drop shots. People that don't drop shot, they're not going to do it in game. What you have to remember is when you're in game, you're cashing out on your skill set. You're essentially cashing out on your current skill. In the training round, in the bot lobby, this is where you're learning the skills. This is where you're learning the mechanics. If I ask you right now to drop shot and you've never drop shot in your life, you are not going to drop shot in a game because you're not used to it. You're not going to do it effectively. But if you do it in a private game, you'll be good to go, okay? So now we've done drop shot. I'm saying, right, now I'm going to jump shot. But now, can you see how that's like a really long-range gunfight? I might say, oh, the jump shot's not too effective there. I start to learn when and why to use certain mechanics in certain situations, and that's how you do it. So I'm going to jump shot every time. And now I'm noticing, okay, when I'm jump shot, let's say I've never jump shot before, I've actually noticed something now. Now that I'm shooting these bots, I've noticed something consistent. When you drop shot, let's just say I'm shooting this wall here, okay? And these are things I've noticed like years ago, but it's important to just understand the fundamentals. Because once you understand the fundamentals, you can then implement the good habits, okay? So let me get through, get this kill. Right, let's say I'm drop shotting right now. If I were to just drop shot and don't touch my right stick, my aim ends up at the feet of the opponent. Now, if my opponent was to jump there, I'm essentially missing my last few bullets. So now when I drop shot, knowing that information, this is what I do. I move my right stick up. So look at this. Let him come around the corner. Wait, we'll go here. Do you notice how I'm moving my right stick up? So when I'm drop shotting now, for example, this, let's say this opponent was on this head glitch. If I was to drop shot normally, I would miss his head. But because I understand the situation, this is what I do. I go through, I drop shot and I move my right stick up because I know that I need to hit him on the head. So it's just about finding these little things, these little habits, and you can only do that, in my opinion, by doing it in a private game because you can actually take the time to think. So someone says everyone does that. So you're assuming that every single person does that when that's not the case. You can't assume that. Someone on Twitch just came in the chat and said everyone does that. Just because you do this, bro, doesn't mean every single person does that. That's very naive to say because, like, I don't know. Those comments like that, I just think are faded, bro. Like, even if it sounds obvious, not everyone does it because some people don't know about it. That's fine. There you go. Never done that. First person, see? Like, you can't just assume. Like, bro, that's the comment I get the most, and I just find it the most faded thing. To be honest, I'm eerie. I'm sorry. Yes, bro, if you're eerie, you play this game every day, you are a top 1% player, you can't assume that everyone does it, bro. Hey, look, you're good, bro. You're good. I'm just saying, I think, you know, maybe I'm faded, bro. It's like, if somebody has a game today, they've never had a controller, you can't expect them to do this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say that, bro. But anyways, that's the next one. It's just about understanding the mechanics, okay? Now I'm going to say, right, what's the next thing I want to work on? Well, you know what? I feel like with an AR, a big part of my game is my pistol, but I'm really bad with a pistol. So let me go through, and now I'm going to work on my pistol shot. So it's just about finding your weakness. And what I would say is go into a game, go into a private game and just generally think, okay, when I'm watching Dashi, what does Dashi do that I don't? and just work on one thing at a time. Now, I'm not saying you're going to turn into Dashi overnight. That's not the point. You have to remember, the players we're comparing ourselves to are the pros. They are literally the pinnacle of the career. They play this game for a living and earn very good money because they are very, very good. So what we could do is we could learn from them. I don't expect people watching this video to have that full-time job or an education to turn into Dashi overnight. That's not realistic. However, you can learn from Dashi. You can see what Dashi does and use his good fundamentals into your own game, and you'll be surprised of how much you improve, okay? So right now we're going to go through, and I'm just going to work on my pistol shot. And once again, what do I notice? I notice that, you know, my shot's not the fastest with a pistol. It's a semi-auto weapon, so now I have to be a bit faster, and you just start to get into a bit of a rhythm. So you go through, and now I'm going to have a few longer shots. Why? Because I want to have a few difficult shots with a pistol, so that when I have easy shots with a pistol, they're easy to do in game. So it's just about finding different mechanics, different things to do. So same thing, I'm going to go through, and now I'm going to combine the both. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to shoot with an AR, and then I'm going to finish with a pistol. Now, in a game, am I going to do that? Probably not, but it's just about understanding different things. You can just try different things to see what works for you and what situation you're going to be in, okay? Same situation, I go back, I use this cover now to get the kill. I'm going to use the cover, I'm going to get kills behind the cover. Just find different drills. Right now, I'm going to use this cover, and I have to kill over the car. Do you see I'm struggling quite a bit there? That's good. So I said, okay, I can work on that. Because if that happened in a real game, I'd probably be dead there. I use this cover, jump and get the kill. So it's just about finding different things that you feel like you're going to do in game. And I promise you, the amount of times I've been in game and I've had a scenario that I've had countless times before, and because I've had it before, I'm able to execute. That's all Call of Duty is. It's situations that you've had before and you have the information, and all you want to do is act in the moment, okay? So I've been recording for 11 minutes. If you did this before your games and then went into rank play, look how many kills I got. I got 85 kills. And by the way, I wasn't just killing everyone as you saw it, going through different drills and stuff like that, right? If I went into rank play right now, I would feel a bit more confident than if I went to no rank play. Like as if I went into no bots, okay? Now the next thing I see is people say to me, by the way, today I'm not on smoke, but I'm being a little bit more realistic, because the amount of people that I speak to, and they're just saying to me like, look, I shoot bots, but I'm not getting better. I'm kind of like, you know, I've had enough of this, bro. Like, we need to be realistic and go through as a community and understand what's going on, okay? In this situation, if you're shooting 100 bots and you're not improving, why are you stopping, bro? Who said that's the number? Who said you have to stop at 100? It might take you 500. It might take you 1,000. You just keep going. There's no way you can't improve by shooting bots, in my opinion. So you just have to look at the number and say, right, it just takes more time. That's okay. Maybe you have a really bad natural reaction. Maybe you just aren't good at the game at the start, and that's okay. These are things that can be improved. I just feel like so many people I speak to, they give up too early, and they tell me, look, I'll be honest, I try this and I'm not good enough. Like, what are you talking about? These are things that I learned. You can definitely improve. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on it. I know some people might not like that opinion, but for me, I just feel like everyone can get to the dream rank if they just put the time and the work in and train effectively. And it's not easy though. I just think that's the difference. It's not easy, but that's okay. That's okay. C3, my boy, appreciate the gifted. You're an absolute goat. Chat, show some love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Valorant has gifted as well. I don't know if that's a bot or if that's an actual person. Like, because I know Twitch are giving gifted right now, I think, for Christmas, something like that. Is that an actual person or what? Let me see. I'm a bit confused. Oh, that's the game? Am I tweaking? So is that the game gifted I'm gifted? Okay. That's interesting. Hey, Sifu, my boy, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the sub. You're an absolute demon. Thank you so much. The last thing we're going to end on this one, chat, for an AR specifically is, okay, now we're going to work on our centering and hitting headshots. Because as an AR, there's going to be times where you're trying to take people off head glitches. So now I'm going to work on my accuracy. So I'm going to try and get 5 headshots in a row. There's 2. There's 3. So we're going to go through, and I'm trying to get 5 in a row. Now, these are just things that I'm trying to, like, you know, implement in the moment. There's 4. So let's see if I can get 5 in a row. Okay, so we get 5 headshots in a row. Now, another thing I could say is, okay, let's see if I can get 10 in a row, or if I can do it quicker, stuff like that. Just work on different drills to improve your gameplay. When people are training and, you know, warming up bots and they're just shooting for the sake of it, that's fine. You're getting your shot up, but you're not working on your weaknesses. If you guys genuinely want to improve, you can obviously pay me for coaching. We can go through specifics, but if you don't want to pay me for coaching, you just want to improve, like, my honest opinion, shoot bots, work on your weaknesses. If you look at your gameplay, you say, you know what, I'll be honest, I've never dolphin dived once in my life. Okay, now I want you to spend the next 20 minutes just dolphin diving to get used to the mechanic. And you may not use that in your game. You may use it once every 3 games, but you've now got that in your arsenal. And all it is about having different things in your arsenal and then being able to understand what mechanic you want to use and when. That's all it comes down to, okay? So Call of Duty is really that simple. And it's just a little, I think people think it's hard. It's not hard. Sorry, people think it's complicated. It's not complicated. It's just hard to do. in my opinion, it's simple but hard to do because you have to do it for a long period of time. I think it's actually simple. The game itself is simple. If you watch Shopsy or Dashi, you can see their POV and you're like, I feel like I understand what's going on. It's just, it's hard to actually execute. But this is where the training is. People think you go into rank play and that's the training. This is the training right here. And that's kind of my advice on how you guys can kind of improve in terms of your shot, your accuracy, especially as an AR player. We're now going to do an SMG version. So if you guys watching this on YouTube, make sure to check out the SMG version. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, you just want to work on drills, stuff like that. I only went through a handful of drills, just a few more in case you guys are wondering. As an AR, we'll be like, okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, right, I'm going to slide backwards. I can only shoot 6 bullets at a time. I can only shoot 5 bullets at a time to see how accurate I'm going to be. I'm going to make longer range gunfights. Right now, long range, stop shooting. Go around, like just find line of sights, find long range, stop shooting. Just different things. Like these are just things I'm making up on the fly, on the go. You guys can just do the same thing depending on your weakness. If you feel like, you know what, Arv, I can never ever anchor on this map. I'm really bad at rewind anchoring. By the way, I know rewind's out of the rotation, but just generally, let's imagine it is. You're like, right, Arv, I'm really struggling on P2. Okay, go towards P2. Go towards P2 and find spots to sit at. You'll find line of sights. So right now, if I'm anchoring spawns from here, I can find line of sight. I can practice these gunfights. All it is about practicing scenarios that you're going to find yourself in game. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow. Peace.